Hi, I am a travel nurse, and this is my story. Mid last year, I vividly remember I was lounging in the couch at home, confused of what do I really want in my life. Too many things have crossed in my mind. It was overwhelming, and everything seems blurred. I needed to dissipate to clear my mind and be the best version myself. I paused and went easy on myself. Luckily, I stumbled into a close friend, feeding me with lots of information about travel nursing. It piqued my curiosity to look into it, and I manifested. I started searching until I got the opportunity to apply. Truthfully speaking, that day I received an email and phone calls for an interview. Long story short, I was hired and I was told to pack my things as soon as possible. They needed to deploy me right away. Yes, mabilis ang decision, so important. Otherwise, mapag-iwanan ka. And you have to wait for another chance. Travel nursing was highly in demand then, where competition is extremely high. Immediate decision making is a must. That's the downside of travel nursing. But it's all up to you whether you accept it or not. At that moment, I was contemplating if I made the right decision. I needed someone's opinion. I called my husband and explained the greatness of it. He supported me without hesitation. On that day, my husband and I had to travel for 3 hours to Halliburton. We left home at 4:30 p.m. It was sunny, the weather cooperated with us. However, due to unpredictable circumstances, our expected arrival was delayed. Ways rerouted us to different directions. We were stuck in the middle of nowhere. We did not anticipate Halliburton is in remote area, with lots of curvy roads and no lights. It was extremely dark to drive down to an empty roads. The place sounds unfamiliar. What a creepy process to start a new chapter. I was terrified, so many what ifs ran through my head, instantly bothered. I was emotionally distressed with the struggle we had to go through. I thought we won't see light no more. It was quite indeed a quite challenging experience. Gladly we arrived safe and sound to seemingly old hotel. We slowly settling in. The hotel room wasn't grandest. It was just enough to make ourselves comfortable. I barely slept the first night. I remained anxious for a couple of days about work in general, still deliberating if I made the right choice. I overthink a lot. Fast forward to my first orientation. I tried to calm down myself with full of anticipation. Thankfully, I survived the 12-hour shift. I believe it went well and everyone I encountered seemed to be welcoming. However, I remain anxious of the new chapter I'm in. I keep questioning myself, did I really make the right decision? To be honest, the process of accepting it was difficult to address, particularly hearing the same noise of my disappearance. It triggered to elevate my anxiety until I realized, why should I let the noise consume me? It was unnecessary to exhaust my energy. I moved forward. I focused to the present. Right there and then, I became more driven to achieve my goal. Savoring the moment, I started liking being away from the noise, enjoying the freshness of the scenery that surrounds me. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam makalanghap ng presko na hangin. Autumn came. I have witnessed the full swing of this season. It's breathtaking to get myself wandered in a field where green leaves change to different colors. I love watching them falling to the ground. It's so magical. This time of the year, it reminds me of losing someone. My life shattered when my grandfather passed away. I was at work when it happened. Losing someone that you haven't seen more than a decade is hard to accept. I understand everything happens for a reason, but my grief didn't end there. My husband had to go back to Toronto to start his program. My anxiety triggered once again. I didn't know how I will survive without his presence, and winter was fast approaching then. How can I go to work without having a ride? And soon I needed to transfer to different accommodation. Constant relocating was extremely exhausting. Packing and unpacking was painful. I don't feel like going through the same process again. I guess I had no choice but to live with the hassle I chose to begin with. No public transportation that will get you around. So I decided to buy an ATV. I had fun driving it, but I was worried about my safety during winter, and I had no one near me to call in case of emergency. Majority of my time working during winter, walking was the only option I can get to work. I needed to walk for 25 minutes back and forth. Unfortunately, it was an unglamorous way to start and end my shift. Tiis ganda ika nga. I struggle when winter arrived. It gets so dark outside during winter. Walking through it was absolutely unsafe. Flashlight was my main source to help me navigate to a safety pathways. The blizzard I had to get through, slippery roads, the gust of the wind blown me away. I terrified about the wild animals I may bump into. In short, I was risking myself for the sake of money. But to tell you the truth, it was worth the risk, worth the sacrifice. I won't lie, during this period, I felt the emptiness, longing for joy and physical interactions. I cried countless of times. I was concerned about my sanity, deliberating in my private space. I was convinced to go back to my purpose why I'm here. I stopped worrying then. New Year has finally arrived. I survived the hassle and my husband came back. He stayed and started his new career. I was happy that I am in a safe haven once again. Both of us been working tirelessly, but of course we didn't forget to have fun. We treated ourselves on a date, shopping here and there, helped people we met along the way, shared our blessings to our loved ones, friends, and to the needy individual. I was humbled by God's blessings. I invested a bigger portion of my travel nursing salary. In a span of 14 months, I was able to achieve my goal and seeing myself doing the right thing. Sobrang sarap sa feeling. Pero alam nyo, meron akong gustong sabihin sa inyo. And I don't know where to begin. But I guess I need to tell you. My travel nursing career is over. I am blessed that I was given a chance to showcase myself for 3 months contract until it was extended to 14 months. It was absolutely a beautiful roller coaster journey. Grateful that I remained steadfast with everything I had been through. Thank you all for letting me share my experience throughout this journey. As I am closing this chapter, I want you all to know that you are stronger than you think. Stay on the course. I'll see you in the next chapter.